Okay, guys, I swear I'm not procrastinating. Okay, yeah, I am procrastinating a little bit. It is the month of January. But I swear I am going to get to the movie soon. I will, in all likelihood, probably end up seeing Glass this weekend. And that'll be my first spoiler review of 2019. But in the meantime, first teaser trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home. You know I gotta talk about that. All the cool kids are doing it anyway. So you all know me, huge Spider-Man fan, loved Spider-Man Homecoming, very excited for Spider-Man Far From Home. Immediately when the trailer surfaced online, I'm just like, alright, I'm watching that right now. And now that I've seen it, I will say for the most part, I really dug this trailer. So in the beginning of the trailer, you see Aunt May with Peter Parker. It looks like he just had a press conference, and you know, she's hugging him, she's supporting him, which has me wondering, okay, so at the very end of Homecoming, she found out that Peter is Spider-Man. She seemed pretty unhappy about it. Did she now accept it, or has she grown to accept it? Did they have a talk about it? She just seems extremely supportive of Peter being a superhero, which I mean that's great and all, but I mean, I don't know. I would like a little clarification to how that conversation went when she found out. Maybe we'll get a scene of that at the very beginning of the movie. Maybe they'll at least allude to it later on. I don't know, it's just a thought. But it looks like the gist of this movie is Peter's gonna be going on a trip to Europe with his classmates. There's that one clip in the trailer, you know, he's packing up his stuff, he looks through his closet, he sees his Spidey suit, but he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna bring that with me. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy a vacation with my friends. Europe doesn't need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I've earned this. Let's go out and just have fun. Let's not worry about that for a little while. It's something I really appreciate saying because once again, that shows Tom Holland bringing out the kid in Peter Parker. He's like, I don't want to just be a superhero 24/7. I deserve a break. I deserve a vacation. It's like every kid when they were going on summer vacation. They don't want to think about school. They don't want to think about homework or anything like that. They want to think about having fun and spending time with their friends. That's his mentality right there, and I can totally relate to that. But then at one point when he's on his Euro trip, Ned gets tranquilized by Nick Fury, and Nick Fury's like, yeah, you got some work to do. Getting into Nick Fury, kind of. One of the areas I was really afraid of going into this trailer is it going to give away anything from Avengers Endgame? Because I've seen a lot of fans be like, oh, well, Spider-Man's clearly here, and Nick Fury's here, and the world seems filled with population, so that means the Avengers won in Avengers Endgame. That means they stopped Thanos. That means they reversed the effects. Not necessarily the case. I mean, people are forgetting that these MCU movies aren't necessarily told in the order of their release. The events in this movie, for all we know, could take place at some point before Avengers Endgame, or in this case, before Avengers Infinity War, I should say. Point is, we don't know exactly where this movie's gonna take place, and I'm hoping with the trailers we get, it's not going to give that away. I mean, it's not crazy to think this movie takes place at some point before Infinity War because, as we've seen with the MCU, some of these movies are told out of place. I mean, Captain America the First Avenger was the 5th movie we got in the MCU, and that's the movie that started the entire story. I mean, come on, you go to any website when you Google how to watch the MCU in order, Captain America the First Avenger is always at number 1. Some people have different theories on when you should watch some of the other ones, but everyone agrees the First Avenger is the first movie you should watch. But now let's get into some of the things that I am a little bit skeptical towards. These were the areas where I'm just like, uh-oh. Or rather, I'm not too fond of what there appears to be in this movie. We obviously get a few shots of Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio because we all know he was going to be the villain of this movie. I'm very excited for that. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is going to crush it in this movie. But what I also see are scenes of Spider-Man and what looks like the police fighting Hydro Man and what looks like to be Sandman, which now has me afraid, oh my god, no, Sony, are you putting multiple villains in the Spider-Man movie? I thought you learned from your mistakes. Multiple villains is exactly what people didn't like about Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Why are you doing it again? And granted, I know having multiple villains wasn't the only reason The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and especially Spider-Man 3 sucked, but it was definitely a reason why. I've been reading much too into it. Maybe they are in fact, you know, projections or illusions caused by Mysterio. I know he has that ability. I'm just saying if they're gonna have multiple villains, they really need to do it right this time because they've tried it twice now and both times it really did not work out. It did not. I do love that very final clip in the trailer, though. You see the classmates just watching Mysterio on TV, and at one point MJ asks Flash, why do you love Spider-Man so much? And he's like, oh, he's for the people, he's awesome, he's badass. Then he sees Peter Parker and he goes, oh, hey, what's up, dickwad? And Peter just looks at him and he goes, because you know Peter's thinking in his head, he's like, yeah, you say that to me, but if only you knew who I really was, then you'd be totally kissing my ass. So guys, in the end, Spider-Man Far From Home, this was a very good trailer for the most part. I'm very excited to see where this is going to take place in the MCU. I can't wait to see what else they do with Peter Parker's story. I'm interested to see the chemistry that Nick Fury and Peter Parker are going to have in this movie. I think that could be really good. I can't wait to see Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I'm really not so sure how this movie's gonna go about it with the multiple villains, if they are multiple villains. But you know what? The MCU has such a great track record, and I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. So I'm gonna go into this movie thinking positive. So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.